Hello and welcome to Maths with Jacob. This lesson will focus on negative numbers. The following number line shows the set of whole numbers starting at 0 and going on forever in the direction of the arrow. So there's 0 and we just move to the right, and there's the arrow which tells us that it continues on forever. So they are what we call the positive numbers because they're to the right of 0. So anything to the right of 0 is positive. So that's a short way of writing positive. Okay, positive. Also we have numbers to the left of 0. They are opposite numbers to the ones that exist to the right of 0. They are called negative numbers, as seen on the following number line. So here's our 0 here. Now these are the numbers we showed up the top. Now notice here you can have a plus sign here if you want, or you can leave it out. When you leave out the plus sign, it is understood that it's plus. But here you can also put it in if you like. The 0 is neither plus or minus. That's why we won't see anything there. And here we have to put the negative sign there because those numbers are to the left of 0 and you need to show the negative sign. So what do these numbers actually mean in real life? We've done plenty of examples with all the positive numbers, and we've done a lot of problems and other examples. But what does this actually mean in real life, these negative numbers? In real life, the following are some examples where negative numbers are used. Number 1. Temperatures below 0 degrees, which means the temperatures are very, very cold. So 0 degrees, for those who know, 0 degrees Celsius or centigrade, we're told that that's the freezing point of water. But if you go below 0, you're looking at temperatures like this, which is very, very cold. So there are countries around the world, like Antarctica for example, and other countries where it's very, very cold and you do experience 0 degrees, especially if there's a very cold wind. Distances below sea level. So if we look at sea level as representing 0, these numbers can be above sea level. These numbers are represented as below sea level. The next example, if a bank account is in debt. So in other words, if there's a bank account and the account is in debt, that means it owes money. Sometimes we use negative numbers to indicate that. And finally, in science, and this will be for secondary students mainly, the charges on atoms. So when you do science and you look at the periodic table, you'll be looking at, the teachers will teach and show you about charges that exist on atoms, and there are negative charges that exist on atoms. So they're just 4 examples where negative numbers occur in real life. Integers. This is a special name given to all the positive whole numbers, the negative whole numbers, and 0. So all those numbers we saw on the previous number lines, that is the negative ones, 0 and the positive ones, they are called integers. So they don't involve fractions, they just involve whole numbers. Let's look at some quick examples. What is the opposite of plus 4? The opposite of plus 4 is minus 4 or negative 4. What is the opposite of minus 6? The opposite of minus 6 is plus 6. Sometimes we can call that minus 6 or negative 6. And the opposite is plus 6. So the opposite, all you do is change the sign. What can we say about the distances of opposite numbers from 0? The distances of opposite numbers from 0 are equal. For example, plus 7 and minus 7, or plus 7 and negative 7, are the same distance from 0, but they're in the opposite direction. We can also be asked to graph integers on the number line. So here are 4 integers here, And the way we graph them, we just put dots. And you make sure those dots are filled in. So those 4 dots there, they represent those 4 numbers there, and they are filled in. And how many integers are there between negative 4 and plus 3, or minus 4 and plus 3? Well, here they are. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there are 6 of them. So this video has introduced us to the idea of negative numbers. And on a number line we've seen that we have 0, where the numbers to the right are the positive numbers, and the numbers to the left are negative numbers. And we've seen a few examples of where negative numbers occur in real life.